Fairfield nationally ranked. Towson definitely could argue they should be nationally ranked, even though they aren't. But it's also kind of weird. You don't normally expect the 7-5 team to be a favorite in this matchup. But then again, how many 7-5 teams have a player like Mikey Weissar?
Yeah, he's playing great. He's a volume shooter. I mean, he's got 104 shots on the season, 34 Gs. So, I mean, he's about 33%. You know, for your non-math majors, 1 of every 3 shots he takes goes in the back of the net. It's not as good a percentage as maybe you'd like to see. I mean, some of the best shooters in the country will be shooting 50, 60%. But he has the ball in the stick a lot. And the stat that really jumps off the page at me when it comes to...
Brought it down quickly, and like you mentioned, Chris, on the fast break, the defensive positioning just wasn't perfect for the Tigers, and there was enough room for Consoli to get the assist from Rice, put the Stags up by 1, and the face-off goes the way of Fairfield once more. And this could be their first lengthy attacking position of the cup, his 35th of the season. And that's a pretty good goal to score to get started on the score sheet in this important semi-playoff matchup. The stick gets poked free. Fairfield going to cause a turnover and pick up possession to send it the other way.
And take that shot from about 8 yards and put it in the same spot. So, I mean, if he can get to there consistently, it's going to be a long day for Fairfield.
Yeah, and Fairfield's defense wasn't in the greatest of positions because it wasn't a really slow choreographed attack. It was Smith who had brought it behind the net and bring it back up top, and as we saw in the replay, just a beautiful pass.
Pulls all of that momentum.
It's the senior defender who's able to stop the momentum of the Tigers for now, and that is an impressive goal to score. Not the easiest of shots to take from that range.
On the defensive side, created a really good scoring opportunity, but good vision to be able to pick him out and get that ball through traffic.
Yeah, and Lampern was able to kind of wait, realize that no one was covering that near side of the goal, so he just steps up, gets the pass that gets through the couple of defenders.
I've seen that called before. Just from the optics, but good hit, way to go through and finish the play knowing you're going to get popped.
Yeah, the defense brought the contact, but I'm sure that most attackers will very gleefully trade a rough hit for a goal like that. 10th of the season for more. Towson win the face-off, but dealing with a bit of pressure from Fairfield.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown, but a great individual play on offense to recognize where the space was, spin away from the pressure, and put that in the back of the net.
Towson win the face-off. Weissar up close, a first quarter hat trick to tie the game. And in the span of 6 seconds, it goes from 4-2 to 4-4.
Well, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. You're having a little trouble at face-off action. You got to make sure you're taking some, long possessions and not allowing these sort of momentum plays. You get a big individual effort on the spin back goal, and then you get Weissar right on the doorstep, able to put another one away, and now the momentum is squarely back in the Towson corner.
It certainly is, and obviously having a regular season that has kept you among the list of the top players in the nation, making you someone who has been in the Tewerton Award conversation. It can build a lot of pressure for these important late season matchups, but Mikey Weissar responding in the only way he knows how. 4 shots, 3 goals, another hat trick on the season, and a pretty much perfect first quarter for the ace of the Tigers offense. And with 2 minutes to and we are ready to go with the second quarter of action here on Lacrosse TV. The face-off as the fight for the top seed in the CAA conference continues, and the Tigers will win the 10th face-off of the game to start the second quarter. Towson lead the way with a 5-0 conference record. Fairfield at 4-1.
That one's on the defense.
When you have that open range, it's tough to make a save as the goalie. We did see Downs pick up a couple big saves in the first quarter, but His save percentage will go down. Definitely not to his fault here to start the second, as the ball gets knocked free after Towson win the face-off. The ground ball loose again, picked up by Fairfield. Here they go. Can they find
over the top of the defender? So the goalie doesn't pick that up until late. It's already on him by the time he sees it, and as long as you don't hit him, that's going to find the back of the net.
That is why Chop Gallagher is so dangerous, because he is a very powerful shot. And I kind of like how, you know, his first name's Chop, and he kind of almost does an X-Chop style of motion with the stick as he put that shot on goal. And you got to feel for Hirsch, because he's been on the receive.
But, you know, good offensive set by Towson again.
Ball's going to be sent behind. Fairfield finally win a face-off. It's just their 5th win on 13 attempts this season.
You don't want to give time and space, you know, from that distance.
His second goal of the quarter on just his second shot of the game. Josh Weber picks up the assist as Fairfield win the face-off. Both teams now back at even strength. And Fairfield going to send it down the field. And Hirsch, he's going to need to find
some of the contact and that sliding defender. Really good body control, able to get that one into the back of the net. That's a big one for Fairfield.
24th goal of the season for Kupski, his second of the game. And Fairfield win the face-off again. To close down the passing lane, they put pressure on the shooter, but pressure makes diamonds. And Lynch able to shine to tie the game with his 17th of the season. Devin Lamprin with the beautiful pass, only his 6th assist of the year, but it's an important one as Towson win the face-off as we resume a tied game at Unitas.
Really, really nice fundamental goal scoring.
That was an impressive play there by Scott with 2 defenders right next to him. He doesn't have a lot of room to put a lot of power behind it, but just was able to slip it by Hirsch for the 8th goal of the half for the Tigers. And I definitely think that both teams aren't going to slow down. Weber up for Towson. You've got Matisek, Spagnoli, Sline, Weber, Gallagher, Maurer, Downs, Petro, Morin, Riley, Constantinides, and Glass as the senior class. And wouldn't you know, Constantinides gets a goal to start the second half, wasting no time out of the break.
And that's always a momentum goal. You get a face-off guy, putting one in the back of the net. I feel like Constantinides has been there feels like he's been there forever. And, you know, if you're looking for an additional storyline, he's from Fairfield, Connecticut. So that one feels a little bit better for him, too, I'm sure.
Gets a goal against his hometown team. And believe it or not, that's just the first goal of his senior season. And that is the exact way you want to start the second half if you're Towson. Normally, you don't see goals like face-off coming up. Towson have won 12 of the 19 face-offs today. Constantinides has done a great job winning possession, and when he won possession to start the third quarter, he converted that into a solo goal. Towson defense getting a little aggressive, and Fairfield are going to get the ball. They can now enact what they were planning during that timeout.
Yeah, it looked like it was a whole get your hands free on the cutback, going really quickly on the jump shot. So certainly some strategy there to try and catch the goalie off guard.
Got to quickly correct myself. That was a Ronan expected team to have from the CAA conference and be nationally ranked with.
I mean, I think that's what you come to expect from this conference. There's no gimmies. Everybody plays hard. Everybody wants to win. Well, a lot of these home fields are really tough to play at. It's especially difficult to play at Towson. It's really difficult to play in Hempstead. You know, these are always going to be contested games.
Shot up close. That gets away. Fairfield stay in possession. 6:22 to go. They win the face-off. Looking at his season, last time out against Hampton, Weishaupt didn't need to do a lot. He had 2 goals and an assist in the 25-3 win. Against Loyola, he had 4 assists and 1 goal. Monmouth, 2 goals and no assists. Scored a double hat trick against Drexel, 5 goals against Stony Brook, 6 goals against Delaware. And today it's another 6-point performance from Weishaupt as Fairfield going to win the ball back with 4:15 to go. Certainly have to guess that it's too late for the comeback to be complete for Fairfield, but getting this goal here and not ending the second half completely shut down has got to be a huge morale boost, and maybe, and you know, a great way to celebrate senior day too. Seeing some of the underclassmen, the future of the Towson program, shine. Fairfield win the face-off, they'll bring it down quickly, and this will be a timeout, likely the final one we'll see called today with 1:15 to go.
Opportunity you can to get in game action, and you know, there's no moral victories in sports, but I think if you are going to, you know, lose a game to Towson